Hey, Central Illinois Customer Service Association, it's your old friend, Bill Stainton. I was with you in person last October, which, judging from my internal calendar, was roughly 27 years ago. Doesn't it seem that way to you? Like, anything that happened before March of this year was in a different lifetime. But speaking of different lifetimes and very smooth transitions, some of you may remember that I used to be the producer of a sketch comedy TV show here in Seattle. It was called Almost Live, and we taped our show in front of a live studio audience every week for 15 years. So today, I want to talk with you about showtime. Now, for some people, showtime might mean that moment when the red light goes on above the camera. And they'd be right. That's when the music starts, the opening credits roll, and the TV show begins. That's showtime. But a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that that's the only showtime. Well, what I found out over 15 years of producing Almost Live is that there are lots of showtimes. As soon as that first audience member walks into the studio, that's showtime. In fact, as soon as the first audience member walks through the front door of the TV station, that's showtime. Anytime I answered a phone call from a happy, or more likely irate, viewer, it was showtime. If I was out late at some rock club and stopped at 7-Eleven on the way home for some nutrition in the form of a Zagnut bar, and some half-drunk customer looks at me and says, "Hey, aren't you the guy from the TV?" It was showtime. In fact, Almost Live stopped production in 1999, 21 years ago, and I still get recognized from time to time. And every single time I do, it's showtime. Because even now, 21 years later, when I'm not even on the payroll anymore, if I get recognized, I'm on company time. I represent the brand. That person who recognized me is my customer. Now, customers have all different kinds of labels. Fans, clients, patients, members. Whatever the actual term you use for your customers doesn't really matter. What matters is showtime. When you flip that sign over from close to open in the morning, it's showtime. When that first customer walks through your door, it's showtime. When your business phone rings, it's showtime. When you're sitting down for that business Zoom call, it's showtime. A lot of us forget that one because, we're in our own home and things have gotten a little more casual and it's been a few months now and little things start to slip. I was on a call a few days ago with a client of mine who runs a professional investment firm. Now, I've been to his office downtown, and it just exudes financial success. You know what I mean? It sends a clear message. We are incredibly successful, and if you work with us, you'll be incredibly successful too. That's their brand. But what did I see on the Zoom call? I saw my client in his poorly lit living room with a dog's chew toy on the rug and a wrinkled vinyl banner with his logo tacked onto the wall behind him. Now, you might say that this kind of casualness, humanizes him. But remember, there's casual and there's business casual. He, and by extension you, still need to represent the brand. The second you join that Zoom meeting, it's showtime. In the customer service world, you talk a lot about the customer experience. In my world, I call it the show. Anytime your customer interacts with your brand, in person, on the phone, on a Zoom call, listening to your voicemail, reading an email or a marketing message, it's showtime. Your customer expects a show. And here's the thing, they always get one. The only question is it a good show or a bad show? Now, having been with you in person 27 years ago, I know the answer to that question. But hey, we all slip from time to time. I'm sure there have been times when let's say when I've inadvertently blown off one of my 7-Eleven fans at 2 in the morning. And you know what? I don't even remember it. But they now have a story. They have a story about what a jerk that guy from the TV is. They have a story about a bad show. My customers and yours deserve better than that because the truth is, it's always showtime. I'm Bill Stainton, and I hope to see all of you again in person very, very soon. Make it a great show.